Starting the gym can feel really confusing. One person tells you to lift heavy, another person tells you to perfect your form. And then there's someone doing a 12 exercise leg day with 3 different machines that you've never seen before. And there's always that one guy doing curls in the squat rack like he's training for the Curl Olympics. But if I was starting over the gym again, I would keep it way simpler. In this video, I'm going over 5 things that I would do as a beginner in order to build strength, feel more confident, and just train without overcomplicating things. The first thing I fix is going too heavy too soon. And I get it. When you first start going to the gym, it's tempting to keep adding more weight because it feels like you're getting stronger and making more progress. And don't get me wrong, adding more weight is important because that is part of progressive overload. But the problem starts when you can't control your weight anymore. If your whole body starts swinging around, if your range of motion gets cut in half, or if your face looks like you just saw your mortgage loan balance, then the weight is probably too heavy right now. Here's a better way to pick a weight. Choose a weight where the last 2 to 3 reps should feel challenging but still doable. There's a difference between training hard and just surviving the set. For beginners, control reps with a slightly lighter weight usually teaches you more than messy reps with a heavier weight. Because you're not just trying to build muscle, you're also learning the movements itself. So fix number 1, don't let your ego pick your weight. Choose a weight where you can actually control and build from there. The second thing I fix is changing your workouts too often. This is super common because there's so much fitness content online. One day you see a video that says this is the best chest exercise. The next day you see another video that says, well, this exercise is useless. By the end of the week, you're doing a completely different workout because some shredded guy with dramatic lighting told you to do so. Well, the problem is, if your workouts change every single week, it's really hard to know when you're actually improving. If you did chest press this week, push-ups next week, and a random cable movement the week after, how do you know if you're actually getting stronger? You need some consistency so you can actually track progress. That doesn't mean you have to do the exact same workout forever, but as a beginner, keeping a few main movements consistent for several weeks is usually a good idea. For example, you could keep exercises like squat, Romanian deadlifts, rows, presses, and pull downs in your plans for a while. Start tracking the simple things. How much weight did you use? How many reps did you get? Did your form feel better? Did the movement feel more controlled? That's how progress becomes easier to measure. So fix number 2, stop chasing random workouts. Pick a simple plan, repeat it long enough to improve, and then adjust when you actually need to. The third point I fix is learning control before chasing the weight. A lot of beginners think the goal is just to move the weight from point A to point B, but how you move the weight matters. For example, on a dumbbell row, are you actually pulling with control, or are you just launching the dumbbell like you're trying to start a lawnmower? On a squat, are you controlling all the way down, or are you just dropping your body and figuring it out on the way? On a bicep curl, are your biceps doing the work, or has it turned into a full body dance move? Control matters because it helps you target the muscles better, it keeps the movement more consistent, and it makes it easier to notice when something feels off. A simple rule is this: before adding the weight, ask yourself, could I do this same rep again with the same control? Can I lower the weight smoothly? Can I pause if I need to? Can I keep the same range of motion? Can I finish the set without exercise turning into something completely different? If the answer is no, stay at that weight a little longer. Don't think of that as weakness. That's smart training. Because you control the weight, you're building strength you can actually repeat. So rule number 3, don't just lift the weight, control the weight. The fourth thing I do is warming up with purpose. And I'm not saying you need a 45-minute warm-up where you use every resistance band in the gym and unlock every joint like a video game character. But I also wouldn't just walk in, throw on your working weight, and hope for the best. A good warm-up should prepare you for what you're about to do. For example, if you're training legs, your warm-up should help your hips, knees, ankles, and even your nervous system get ready for squats, lunges, leg press, or whatever you're doing that day. It can be simple. For leg day, you might do a few minutes of light cardio on the treadmill if you like it, some body weight squats, some lunges or split squats, then a few lighter warm-up sets for your first main lift. For upper body, maybe some light band work, shoulder circles, push-ups, or lighter sets of your first movement. The key is this: the warm-up should make you feel more ready, not exhausted. If your warm-up is so intense that you need a recovery drink before the actual workout starts, we may have gone too far. For beginners, I keep it simple. Do some general warm-ups first, then do movement-specific warm-up, then lighter sets before the working sets. That's usually enough. So fix number 4, don't overcomplicate the warm-up, but don't skip it either. Warm up in a way that actually matches your workout. The 5th thing I fix is learning when to stop or adjust the set. This one's important because a lot of gym advice is basically push harder, no excuses, go until failure, or destroy yourself. And trust me, you should be pushing hard in the gym. But if you're a beginner, you also need to learn the difference between normal effort and warning signs. Normal effort is when your muscles are burning, your last few reps are challenging, you're breathing harder, you have to focus, that's normal. But warning signs might be sharp pains, the weight suddenly feels completely out of control, your form changes so much that it becomes a different exercise, or discomfort keeps getting worse every single rep. That's when you should stop, lower the weight, change the exercise, or just ask someone qualified for help. Training hard is good, but forcing through every single thing just because a motivational quote told you to do so is not always smart. Sometimes the best decision is just to stop the set, adjust, and just come back better next time. So fix number 5, learn when to push, but also know when to adjust. As a beginner, your biggest wins usually come from doing the basics well, staying consistent, and learning how your body moves. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more fitness and movement related content. Don't forget to drop a comment below letting me know which one do you struggle with the most, because I might make a dedicated video on that next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.